The question was, when I'm out of the room, my husband calls a lot, help, help, come here, I need you, I need you, I need you. And the carer would say, what do you need? And I just need you to do the thing. And it was like, okay, well, what's the thing I need? You know the thing. And so they were reasonably frustrated because they couldn't figure out what the person was talking about, what they needed. But what would happen is in and out, in and out. And then someone else was telling the story about how their dad, he would help him lay down, get in bed, go to bed. And then he'd go up to bed, and no sooner would he just sort of settle in and get ready to go into a good sleep state, he'd hear, son, 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 get back down here. I need you, I need you, I need you. And when he came down, well, I need to go to the bathroom. Dad, I just took you to the bathroom. Well, I need to go. Okay, fine. Get on the toilet. Nope, I need to get back to bed. I need to go to bed. Lay him back down, go back upstairs, etc. So the question that we got for the first one, and the second person, just it was a past experience, so they just explored what their experience was. The first person was like, what do I do? Because I know what I'm doing isn't working. It's ending up in frustration and argument because I'm asking him what he wants and needs, and he can't tell me, he doesn't have the words. So our role in this, typically, what we will acknowledge is this is really hard because I have an unmet need that I'm trying to express to you, and I'm actually in distress. Now, people will say people are agitated. We don't use that word. We talk about how somebody's in distress. Was it a low level of distress, moderate level, or high level of distress? So if I were to give you an example of low level, it would be, listen, I need you to do the thing, with the where you put it, the shoot, I can't think of the, that's fairly low level. I can't find the words. I'm still having incredibly difficult time finding words, but I'm thoughtful about it. I'm pausing, I'm having some hesitation. And that's hard because if you start giving me a whole lot very quickly, I get more distress because I'm having trouble finding words. And if you give me a bunch of words, then I'm still trying to find the word. So I'm still trying to find my word, and you're dumping a bunch more in there. And now I have to sort through all those. And I might get actually more distressed because now you've given me more to look at than I can handle. So what we talk about, even at low level distress, is so you're looking for the thing, and you put it in, So there's not a whole lot of need to link up other than, hey, Teepa. So it sounds like you're really looking for the thing, but what it is, it's hard to say what it is. You can't get the word out or something else. Because what I'm trying to find out, does the person have the word right there, but they can't get the word to come out because they can't do the articulation of sound after sound after sound to find the word that they're looking for. They know the word, they just can't get the speech production. Or is it they can't actually find the vocabulary word? They know it, sort of, but it's not popping up. And so they're trying to figure out how to talk about it to get it to come out, which is actually a different phenomena. Believe it or not, it may not feel like it to you because on both ends, I'm still stuck. But one is you're having a hard time finding the word or saying the word. So finding or saying. You can try to see if I know it, but I can't get, then I'm telling you, I can't actually get my mouth to say the sound after sound. So you're looking for that. If I can't think it, so you know what you're thinking about, but the specific word, you can't get the word to come to you. Either way, when you figure out what is my issue, yes, that's the one. So the word won't come. So Teepa, could you show me what you do with the thing that you're talking about that goes in? Can you show me something about it? Or could you tell me more about it? The challenge with telling is still, I'm trying to come up with more words. The show me switches it to something I might be able to show. So, well, when you wanna, you put it in the thing and then you could it up because it's there. I don't like to get it out of the where you have to like that. Now, if you're watching me while you're listening, then you might have figured out I took my lips out, which is symbol for and the indication that we're talking about sucking. And then I don't like to drink it out of the thing like that. So what am I asking for? A straw. You got it. So good job. So, but on the other hand, it could be that the I know the thing that it is. It's the where we go to put the thing in, and then they take it to the other one. So you can pay off the thing. So we go to a place. So each time you're going to do a reflection. So you go to the place, and then they can put that whatever it is in, and then it gets sent. And when it gets sent, you pay off something. Yeah. Okay. So Teepa, this is where you might try this or that. Teepa, you talking about you go to send like a letter or something like that? So a letter or something like that. Now, instead of something else, because we'll often say or something else, something like a letter, because it sure sounds like sort of a letter, but there are lots of other elements to there. So like a letter, but not, you don't write it, you pay it. So now see if you can sort of, what do you think? So what if the word was bill? You have to pay the bill. Yeah. So you're talking about, oh, so now there's a big, oh, you're talking about going to the post office or something else. Yes, the post office. I need the whatchamacallits that go on it. So now, for those of you who are like, good grief. I mean, she's talking about a stamp. I mean, boy, that was a long way around. And what that tells you is this is sort of exciting because I held on to an idea of a stamp. I backed it up to a thing you send. I was really clear it wasn't a letter. I was trying to pay bills, and I have to go to pay the bill, and you put it in. But what I actually need is to go to the post office to buy stamps so that we can get the bills paid, which, let me just say, that's a lot of skill and retention of sequence and appreciation for what has to happen. And there'll come a time when I'm not able to do that. But right now, my major issue seems to be word finding. And that's getting in our way. But it's not like my idea formation, my prefrontal cortex isn't doing it. It's just my left temporal lobe is having a lot of trouble right this moment. But the signal that I can't listen, come here. That does the one that I need to see the one that does that. Now, we think of places, we think of people, we think of props, objects, we think of programming, or we think of other possibilities. That's the 5 Ps. So I'm wondering, okay, is she talking about, it sounds less like about a place. It doesn't necessarily sound about other possibilities. I'm thinking she's talking about a person, the one who comes in. So first you would want to reflect what you heard them say. The tricky part here, you have to be thoughtful. You want to look at matching intensity, matching frequency, or matching volume, or possibly 2 of the 3. So if I say the one who comes and they do, oh geez, it's the one who, so the one who, I can't think of the next thing, and I'm starting to have moderate distress. This is moderate distress. So if I'm in moderate distress, Teepa, you need me to come over, and you want to tell me now, this time, I'm really focusing on making sure that I'm in supportive stance. The other one, I can be a little more flexible. You're a little distressed. I'm paying attention. We're working okay. This is where I have to be super careful about my body position, And I actually might want to lean back a little bit to make sure I'm not leaning in and demanding something. So I'll lean back and I would say, you want me in here because you're looking for the one who, now, if you notice, I actually repeated it 3 times. The one who, and I'll pause. I'll do a little pause there. It'll be a pause to see if the person starts to fill in that space. Because I gave it with the intensity and the number of frequency, but I also slowed it down a little bit. So intensity and frequency, but I didn't keep the pace up. I dropped the pace a little, and I didn't raise my volume up to see whether or not they'd come and be with me on that. So, and the person says, yeah, the one that comes, they come and when you want to go, that you have to tell them, and they take you to the thing you need to go to. Now, you will have noticed that my intensity and my frequency has dropped a little. So now so the one who comes and then takes you to the thing where you need to go. Oh, now I have 2 options here. Do I focus on the person, which is what they asked me about, or do I focus on the programming, which also seems to be important? Well, they asked for the person. So the one who comes and gets you, do they come are they the driver of the thing or something else? Yeah, they drive the thing that you go in. Oh, you talking about they drive the van, the bus, or something else? Yeah, the taxi. Now, here, appreciate that I actually came up with a word. It wasn't either of the words you gave me, but in that moment, I have chilled enough that I can now find a word. And it's not actually probably the taxi, it's probably the van, or it's probably the bus, or it's probably the transportation vehicle. But in that moment, I came up with the word, don't argue. Oh, so the bus, the driver of the bus. So they come and they're going to take you. Oh, and now this again, I'm guessing the appointment or something else. Yeah, my eye appointment. Shut up. You know what? We need to check about this. Yeah, you want to know when the taxi driver is going to come and pick you up for your appointment. Really good question. Let's check it out. So you check it out. Find out it's not till next week. Oh boy, we got some work to do. But now let's take it up to that 3rd level that our person was talking about. Yeah, come here. Now, if that's the intensity and the frequency, just to get the person to come into space, you want to be super thoughtful about space. So you're going to back yourself off a little more so that you're double arm's length away. You're going to get where the person can clearly see you. You want to lean back and you go, you want me here. You want me to be here with you. I need to get here, and you need me here. Come here. Am I mirroring some intensity, some frequency? Yeah. But I'm staying back a little bit. Make sure I have eye contact. Yes, you get here. You want me here. And now this is where my hand will come up by my face, same plane as my face, same like I'm right beside my face. You want me here. And now I'll make the offer. It's super important that the hand stays up fairly high. So as they're looking at my face, they also got the idea that I'm offering my hand. And this is the trickiest part. I've got to keep my trunk turned a little bit. So it's not like this, it's like this. Because I don't know for sure whether they're okay with all of this or still not okay. And I make the offer and then I'll slide into hand under hand. And then this is when I'll come in and I'll say, so you need me here. Something's not okay. No, you went and you left me. Ooh, So I went and left you, and you didn't want to be left. And you thought I was just gone. Yes, I called and I called and I called, and you did not come. And you do that. You go and I'm all alone. So we'll pause. Am I starting to be able to put a sentence together again? Am I expressing what's wrong? The hard part is I went to go get you something to drink. I went to go do whatever. The challenge is my hippocampus is super damaged about time awareness, where you are, what you're doing. When I can't see you, I get scared. And what you're hearing is someone who wants to see someone all the time. But when you see me, then you want me to pay attention to you. So it may not even be that I can be in the same room. It could be that I have to be connected to you, because that's when you feel safe. Because if I get out of arm's reach, then you don't know for sure whether I'm going to stay with you or go away from you. And you want to be able to put your hand on me, put your hand on me, put your hand. What I can tell you as a human being is that's exhausting. It's exhausting. And so we need to start thinking, I need a third person so I can take breaks. Because if I don't get breaks, I start feeling trapped. And I also start feeling that nobody else cares but me. And I start really resenting that it's like all the time. And it's like, it may not exactly be all the time, but it sure does feel like a lot of my life is spent just sitting and waiting and being. And I have so much to get done. But as soon as I come out of that space, the anxiety of the person that I am with heightens to such a degree. And if I'm trying to do something else, I can't be in the space and not be focused on them. But that may not be the case. So sorting out, just like we had to sort out the first time, there's a lot of sorting to get done. And sometimes you don't feel like you have the energy, the time, the focus to sort through. And that's when a short consult might come in handy. It might be worth a quick call and say, can I set something up? I need to talk it through because I'm getting stuck and I'm tired. So one of the questions we might have asked the person who was sharing their experience, if we had been in the right time and space, was, I'm wondering, have you ever thought of laying down with your dad for a little bit until he goes to sleep and settles in really solid? Because one of the things I heard you say is your mom died not too long before that, and that's when you started caring for your dad. So he's used to sleeping with somebody. How many years had they been married? Oh, 50. It's a lot of years to sleep with somebody to find yourself alone in the bed. Yeah, it's a pretty lonely place to be. I wonder if you just spooned a little bit, just hugged in there from behind. You can be on top of the blanket, he's under the blanket, and you just say, just snuggle into that space. Or let him hug you. And see if that chills him out to where he can get into a good quality sleep and settle. And then you can find a space to get yourself some sleep. Because I can say, if this is happening routinely, you're going to be exhausted. And if that's not maybe what it is, maybe try some soft music that matches heritage, matches history. Try some music. And unless they're hard of hearing, it doesn't need to be loud. It can be super soft. And it can be more of an instrumental, calming music. You could try the white noise, although I've had less success with that than some of the other things that I'm bringing up. Another one might be adjusting the temperature in the room, the warmth of the covers, maybe a weighted blanket, lots of possibilities, but we've got to talk more about the human being that you're interacting with and what his preferences and needs and baseline is, and if there have been any changes. Is there pain? Could it be arthritis pain? Could it be a positional pain? Could there be, I mean, when people think they've tried everything, my experience is it's very common to miss something because there's so many possibilities. Could it be something in the environment, a prop? Could it be a missing prop? Could it be when we're doing the programming or something along that line? Could it be related to something that I'm not even aware of right this minute? But if I start to find the pattern, perhaps I could change the balance of the pattern. So that's what we talked about today. That's what I wanted to explore on this segment. And I don't know if it's helpful or not. But if you have a question, if you have something you're wondering about, if you have a situation that you could use some help with, think about whether or not, is there a possibility of low-level distress, moderate distress, or high distress? And look in the mirror and figure out where you're on that scale too. Because for the person living with dementia and for other people in the environment, we can ratchet each other up if we're not aware we also have the potential to be in that state. And if I can't figure out what to do, and it's really wearing me out, typically I will. So till next time, take care with your care and celebrate whatever you celebrate, a moment, a day, a faith, or just that there is a day to celebrate. Till next time, take care with your care. See you again soon.